things changed. They were called to the office of the president. I'm not embarrassed or I'm not ashamed to say this.
The only promise that William Samoei Ruto has accomplished to Kenyans is this promise of mambo ni matatu. Just listen.
Mambo ni matatu. Uhame Kenya, uende jela, ama usafiri uende mbinguni. Hakuna maneno mengine.
And now, during the Dr Obwakas yesterday funeral service, Edwin Sifuna just explained how Ruto accomplished it on Dr Obwaka.
On the day that Daktari was arrested, I was actually going to Meru. And then he calls me, and I think he put Dr. Chris on the phone. It was Chris, right? And he told me, Sifuna, they have arrested Daktari, and we don't know what the reason is. So I told him, okay, let me try and find out what's going on. I actually called the IG of police and asked him, what's going on? Because we were all aware of the dispute with Nairobi Hospital. And certain pronouncements had been made by the highest office in this land, and we are not going to fear speaking about these things. That question of Nairobi Hospital was going to be resolved the mambo ni matatu way. You all had it. And the president actually owned up later that he's the one who gave the orders to do what happened to Dr. Obwaka. So I called the IG. Of course, the IG feigned ignorance, said he was not aware of what was going on. But he was at a police station. I was like, just call, I think it was Pangani, whoever the OCS is. Some of us, you know, because we're still young, even if you threw me in for 2 weeks, my wife wouldn't even notice. Because I'm away so much, like, you know what we're doing running around the country. Every once in a while, it's my daughter will remind her, oh, let's call daddy. And that's like a week and a half later. But I told him, that is a very old man. I'm sure at his age, he must be frail. Just give him whatever cash bail conditions you can give him. Let him go home, you know. So it is quite surprising. It's quite surprising. And the Reverend has given us very good sermon here saying that every generation must find its purpose and fight it during its generation. You can imagine reading this eulogy. In 1982, when Dr. Obwaka is getting his master's, Sifuna is being born, you know. So they have a fight of their generation. We have ours. And I want to assure this church, it's not as if we don't hear the call of our own generation for the things that we need to do for this country to stop some of the things that Dr. Obwaka had to go through after all this life of service that he served in this country. It is not possible.
And what caught the attention of many is the eulogy, or rather the speech of the wife to Dr. Obwaka. The wife was clear that the moment he has lived with his husband, Dr. Obwaka, roughly 43 years ago, shida zilianza the moment he filed a case to make reform in Nairobi Hospital. And these reforms, it simply rattled one man who holds the highest office on this land, Kenya. That man, we cannot just say, call a spade. That man is William Samoei Ruto. Just listen keenly from Dr. Obwaka's wife himself.
Things changed. They were called to the office of the president. I'm not embarrassed or I'm not ashamed to say this. One person there who is a Kalenjin called him Pamori. Who is a Kalenjin here? We are not ashamed. Pamori, Dr. Obwaga, go to the court, High Court, and withdraw the case that you took there. Now, those are the things that they were doing to reform the hospital. Now again, amechanganyikiwa anasema, I don't understand what is going on. So when he did not withdraw that case, he kept telling me, I think my life is in danger. Because this is a team that had sent him, because he never stood behind, he never hid from leadership. So they were telling Dr. Obwaka say this, Dr. Obwaka do that, Dr. Obwaka do this. But all the doctors were active. Why am I saying this? Because it is something that really gave us sleepless nights. Until we had, there are times that you could come home and tell me, if you don't hear from me like for the next 4 hours or 5 hours, please call me. It was that bad. He was very worried, and they kept us telling him things here, things there. So when he did not withdraw that case, that became now the pain in somebody who is up there, who thinks amekosewa heshima. Huyu mzee amekosa heshima. Now, when the time came, when they were picked, when they said now they're going to pick people to take them to court, to go and, they just also picked him. That was a Saturday. I remember very well. They went and bundled him in a Subaru while he was parking his car, and we had 12 patients who were doing sonography. 12 waiting there. Kila mama na mambo yake. Wanangojea pale wamekunywa maji, and because they have to be done that, you cannot now go to the toilet. People sat there, people sat there. The doctor has been picked from the parking lot. So I'm saying this so that I can also have closure, because it is something that gave us a lot of headache in the house. When your spouse is hurting, even you are hurting, there is no peace in the house. So I kept, now I'm the other person who used to cool him down. Anakuja amechemka, toa viatu anaongea, and I must attend to him. Even of other things I'm doing, tell Ivaros, sit here. So mpaka aongea malize, I give him food, he eats, he rests kidogo, anaenda kulala, hivyo. That was his life. So, what did I say last?
About you attending to him and he was scared.
Iko network sasa zingine na hata mimi naanza kuchamuka sasa. So, when he was picked and he was taken in, why we knew that it is something that we cannot do anything about, so to say, the powers, okay, in the land. We went there, we were shocked. And when we even said, now, okay, fine, you have refused to give him bond or whatever money you want to put, can we even give him a mattress? His doctor, Dr. Wanyeke, called him and sent a letter to me, his letter now, to say, this is a patient, this is an old man, he's been done open heart surgery, he doesn't need to be in the cold. That letter came. Do you know what the policeman said? They have no, their hands are tied. They are getting instructions from number. That was their story. I'll not lie in my husband's casket. I'm telling you how it was. They cannot do anything. Then they said there's an old man here who is not very well, even barua imekuja hata. They said kwanza huyo asijaribu kutoka. What does that mean? Kwanza huyo. That not withdrawing the court case. Can you connect it? May God forgive them. Because even where they are sitting, whatever they are eating, whatever they are doing, they cannot celebrate in any way for having caused somebody like this. Hata mtu angekufa tu kama kawaida, lakini mambo imefanyika, accelerate mambo yake ya kuondoka. Mambo mingi ya dunia mwachana nayo. Don't let this be a platform for you now to talk anything you want to talk. If you want to say anything, first of all, point the finger on yourself. Who are you and what are you doing? Can you even go even a quarter or even a third way of what this man has done here? Wacheni yeye mambo watu kutuma my messages. You are causing us a lot of pain. I can't even go to Facebook now. I can't go to where there is other YouTube siwezi. Unasikia tu maneno, people just talk carelessly. You talk about things you don't understand. You don't even know. You should be very ashamed. Those people who write things should be very ashamed. I'm saying this because I know I'll not talk about it again. I'm going to go back to my life, restructure myself, and go back and see how I can be able to. Dr. William said the shoes are gone. Shoes, he went with them. So I must buy a new shoe to wear for this. So the long and short of it, of that, the second day, the same thing, they locked him there. So when we were told they can only get permission, and that comes up to now. I want to say this, and you people should know. They took his car, they have locked it at the DCI, with everything, his phone. You know, hata kio zake ukiona amevaa hapa, si zake za zamani. Even his glasses, they have held the glasses. They are doing investigations. Niambieni tu vizuri, kama mimi ni wazimu. Gari imefanya makosa gani? Whatever has happened has happened. Mufate maneno. Wanasema mtu akikufa, people come, even they want to open your bed upside down, waone wewe unalalaje kwa hiyo kitanda. Don't do that. We are human, we are here, be sensitive, give us respect, give these children who are growing respect. They are very strong because their grandfather did what he did and gave them an opportunity to be strong people. Up to even the last day. If I'm given permission to exonerate my husband was never a politician. Many times people from Mumias have come to the house and approached him. Can you come? We want to, because of leadership values that he has. Come to the kuku, peleka bunge. And me and him, we agreed on that. No. Because once you become a politician, you have opened your home. You have no privacy, nothing. But we are not ready for that. We are still bringing up children. So apart from, I want to say he was not a politician. I want him to rest with the dignity that all of us have. From his patience that he loved so much. My husband could do even 3 operations in a day. Amuke 6 o'clock or 5, amerudi kidogo, anakunywa chai, anarudi, kuna ingine saa 4, saa 5. At that age, there's a time when I saw him, he was now getting tired. So I want to say that, kanisa munisame, that all of us are going to be here. All of us. And I want to say, kila mtu anajizika akiwa hai. Mnanielewa? Hao watu wote hakuna mtu amewaandikia barua mkuje. Because of him, he is the one who has invited them here. So sometimes I used to look at him and I ask him. One day I asked him on the table, Daddy, because you are very organized and we are all growing old, please may you live longer, that you can bury me. Because you'll bury me like a queen. You'll bury me that nobody else will see anything about me. And now that is what I want to cover for him. I want to tell you that I loved him with all my heart, and I want to send him to go and rest with that love. Because I know he's in a better place.
And guys, before we dive in or rather give you the interpretation on Sam, in case this is your first time coming across us, kindly please take a minute or two, click that subscribe button, then allow notification buttons to be on. Whenever we shall be producing a video like this one, YouTube will automatically be giving you a notification. Now, it is now clear that even though the family lawyer together with the family doctor accepted the autopsy that was carried on Dr. Obwakas, but truth to be told, this guy was eliminated. Because if you listen right from his wife, the wife is clear that shida zetu zilianza from that time. And his life has been in danger. In that mpaka anasema, if you don't listen to me like 2 to 3 hours, just place a phone call to me. That is clear that was a man that was in danger. That is clear that was a man that was fearing his life. That is clear that was a man that was on a target. And who was targeting him? And why the reform was threatening the person who was holding the highest office on this land. I think the reform was something to do with the business, or rather the management of the hospital. And we all agree that anybody mwenye anaweza leta shida in any government, is it a parastatal or rather a government, let me call them parastatal, any government parastatal, either you need to go home. That was the first option. If that will not work, was now to get out of Kenya. Remember the case of that Nia Sugar. If was not to go out of Kenya, then kumsafirisha aende mbinguni. And now, among all those three options, one, he has succeeded it. Very interesting. The Kenya we live, the Kenya we are. That is sad. That is sad. I don't think the best thing, let them compensate the family. So how will they compensate the family? At the first, they accepted everything. But now, from yesterday eulogy, another shocker emerges. A shocker that it really shocked everybody. I don't have much to say on that. I just invite you guys, your thoughts on comment section. Drop it, let's discuss. Is it true that someone who is holding the highest office in this country was behind the death of Dr. Obwakas? Drop your thoughts in comment section. We shall be doing our best to read it and giving you a response. And guys, in case you have watched this video until this time, kindly please, really appreciate, give it a thumbs up and share the video if need be. With that guys, bye.